Going on, ladies and gentlemen, we are right back at the channel with another video. Now we are around the holiday time right now. This is a serious matter, informative for all my people that follow the channel, new people, all of that. Try to give y'all some information, doing the research, leaving it up for discussion, as I always say. I ain't even gonna waste no time. I'm gonna get straight into this one like I always do. But now this one right here gonna be on the origins, some of the hidden origins to Thanksgiving, and why it should be actually called no thanks. So let's get into it, a little bit of it. Now, description of the picture right here. We always see like the pictures where they show like the kumbaya in a sense, like cleaning up the imagery in which it really was, or in which it really represents. It's a lot of hidden symbolism with this holiday right here. Hence the word holiday. There's a lot of holidays that are all programmings to like get things in line, that all piggyback off one another. Now this right here represents a day right after, which is Black Friday. That's another hidden type of thing, which it'll fly over your head and you will participate in a lot of these things. That's only giving powers to the evildoers. You know what I'm saying? So we have to know the origins before we really celebrate these things and want to be fully a part of it. Not knowing is one thing, but once you know it and then you partaking in it, that's a whole different thing. You know what I'm saying? Once we wake up, there's no moving backwards. So without further ado, let's get into some things that I found out with this. Now, Black Friday, as I was telling you, the day after, that represents the slaves being sold for half price. You know what I'm saying? Hence, Black Friday. Black. They want you as the consumer mainly, but all races nonetheless. But mainly the one that was oppressed to come back and shop with us, do business with us. Hence is why they will put that veil over your eyes to have you blinded to the information, but they will force feed you other things, which leads to not questioning, which leads to not going against the grain to read a book, do more research. If you're following everything and being told, you would never want to do your own research, pick up a book. And what they always say, they hide information to those that don't want to know it. They put it in the book because they know you're not going to get to it. And I always kind of gravitated towards that to make myself want to subliminally get back to reading. Now, this is a little article. We're going to get to like more things. No thanks, like I was telling you. Holiday dark side. A dark history of the slaughter of native people and the history of exploitation, including enslaving Africans, mocking the poor, and getting you to buy things you don't need. Why it's time to dump the celebrations and keep your cash in your pocket. No thanks. So this is subliminally letting you know that, like I was telling you, like voting. They had a vote on coming to get resources, steal resources, but instead they came with destruction to kill off. So that subliminally is a thing to like brainwash you to not know the origins. You know what I'm saying? To extend your hand to the enemy, and that enemy will pull you into the dark portal. Because it's a thing with us being more open to the possibilities of like extending our hand, because that's just in you, in your spirit. But some of us in these entities, they don't have that in them. You know what I'm saying? So no thanks. You can see the pictures right here, but they always show you like the kumbaya pictures. What are some more things? Okay, so they were set on fire, and the people in which I mean set on fire, this represents the origin to something even deeper before this. Now, this is the true origin of Thanksgiving, from what I did my research on. Now, this right here, I don't want to butcher this word, but the AKA for it, other known as, better yet to break it down, it is the huts of grace, which represents stealing resources and killing for food supplies. So this is all this. Columbus came to America, discovered these resources. It shows us what America does, bro. Because America is the biggest bully in a sense. And I'm not speaking on us Americans. I'm speaking on the higher ups that take these resources and go to war. And we have to like be in it. We have to vote. And we have no say so on the stuff that's going on. The stuff that transpired years ago from the first president, George Washington. You know what I'm saying? So this also represents a day of remembrance. Some of us may be in our own head reminiscing on the good times, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. But this lets you know your ancestral time. This wasn't always just, cut the turkey, cut the ham, and all that stuff like that. It wasn't all of that. It was your ancestors being taken captive and killed off as well. Now we know it's a lot of sick, gruesome symbolism and things like that. You know what I'm saying? People was actually burned as turkeys and stuff like that. Now we're sitting at the table and want to eat turkey and just forget about it. But then they want you see how it is though. They have you eat, right? But then go right back and shop tomorrow. And this also, they try to say it represents a day for the workers. Like they didn't show up to work after. Hence why they had like certain days off and stuff like that. But this is all by design as well though, because they know you're gonna have little time to reminisce and stuff like that. You're not gonna really do your research. A lot of us won't. We'll just sit back and eat, get with the people, and then we'll go right back out here, go spend some more money. You already spent the money before. You went to the store to buy the turkeys in preparation to celebrate this. So they got you hook, line, and sinker for all of this. You know what I'm saying? What else do we have? They went on these huts, you know what I'm saying, to find food sources, but went on to have destruction, creating sacrifice for the symbolism. That's basically letting you know to let your guard down, to be in the same boat. Hence why, the Christopher Columbus analogy, coming on over here in the boat, but you're in the same boat if you are extending your hand to the enemy, not knowing the hidden hand. And this is why I say the hidden hand a lot from reading the hidden hand. Opening arms of just being a good spirit, you can open up more darkness. Not by you being by being good. There's nothing wrong with being good, but I'm saying not knowing the energies around you, extending your hand, and then you're being brought into this by simply just being a good spirit. You know what I'm saying? So the pilgrims, aka the whites, tricked us into, becoming as one, to eat and all the stuff like that. To even right here, they was staying certain stuff. They was coming over here. All right, now even for this right here, this is a little something that stood out. They said, you recall the time when the Jesus Indians of the Delawares lived near the Americans. They had confidence in the promises of friendship. And though they were secure, yet the Americans murdered all of the men, women, and children, even as they prayed to Jesus. So they had people bow down, kneel down, bro. Kneel down, and then they killed them while they prayed in the name of Jesus. You know how symbolistic that is. Hence why they say Jesus' birthday right after Thanksgiving, so they have you eat, give thanks. What are we giving thanks for? We're giving thanks for destruction. Hence why it's election. Hence why the mind of the people is deteriorated to not want to do no research. So they have you in celebration, and then it'll be more symbolism right after that. Hence why it goes into the new year. So all of these months were slave trades and war. This is all war right here, war preparation. Hence why the election, they wanted you to vote because they're speeding up the timeline to get it to what they want for their agendas. And even in 1889, President Theodore Roosevelt called the atrocity a stain on the frontier character that the lapse of time cannot wash away. So what does that say? He said, this is something, and a lot of people was like, how could something like this transpire? Now we know there's a lot more killings, lynchings, and stuff like that in different times. But this is the origins to which we all are like in a celebratory type of mindset. Now for the ones that were flies over your head, if you know the origins, then you truly understand you have gotten enlightened, and that's what it's all about. But if you don't, you know what I'm saying, it's good to get some level of understanding so we can know what it is for future things. It's like they said, Santa coming down the chimney and all that. And I'm gonna do a part 2 video on that. I want to keep the follow-ups to the real origins of real things. You know what I'm saying? Do research that a lot won't do. But let's get to something else even more. Now, Thanksgiving celebrates racial genocide, the attack on Native Americans, which is right here, this word, it represents, the Hut of Grace. The Hut of Grace massacre in 1782, which the indigenous was converted to Christians, was slaughtered. So these people was converted to the Christians, bro. So this is very subliminal. Hence why they always give the Christians the bad rep, because they know that you're gonna turn the cheek, like on some Martin Luther King analogy. You're gonna turn the other cheek to keep allowing these people to destroy you. Hence why we had people like Malcolm X to tell you, like, no, you make sure that enemy never hits you again. And this is why, in a lot of us, we've trained to be warriors in a sense, because we had to be. You know what I'm saying? You can't just lay down and stay down or just fall for everything. If you're either going to stand up or you're going to sit down for everything, you're never going to take a stand. You know what I'm saying? So this represents the people slaughtered, intertwined with Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying? So this is the symbolism earlier before that, the battles that took place. You know what I'm saying? To the pilgrims and dangerous people. And also around this time, this represents, you know, the beatings, the starvation, the colds and stuff like that from the chemtrails in the air. Also more programming to destroy. It's all in program, bro. It's nothing by coincidence with everything that's set up. It's been years of play. See what I'm saying? When the pilgrims arrived in the Mayflower in 1620, they did not bring thanks. They didn't even give thanks. Instead, they brought racial genocide and gave nothing. You know what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? This is a no thanks holiday. This is not Thanksgiving. And I'm not like trying to like spoil it for people or stuff like that. I'm just letting you know the true origin. Now we're gonna get to this Black Friday, which is in correlation with this as well, the day after. Hence why they say like, you know, like that like the day after tomorrow, in a sense. That would be the day after, but you know what I mean? Like in a sense of destruction to come. All of this stuff is like origins for future plans down the line. Got the slave auctions, true meaning of Black Friday. You know what I'm saying? As I was telling you, Black Friday, the shoppers will get up extra early to grab Christmas lists and things like that. Now, November is before, so this is early. Now what you see slaves and stuff. You think it was really shopping in stores if we was enslaved? No, we was not shopping. Let's just get that for the people that don't have open minds. We wasn't in the store buying PS3s and not PS3s, PS5s. You know what I'm saying? PS5s, Xboxes, computers, laptops. It was none of that back then. No, it was none of that. It was just agendas in place. There was people on the fields. There's people in the factories working, the plantation. Hence what we're doing today. We're slaving for more agendas. That's why I subliminally have you feeling down, because your ancestors couldn't get out of this, or they had been slaughtered to try to escape this. And they want us to give thanks. Like, look at this. I'm saying, so, you know, you get up early to one of Walmart, you know what I'm saying, in hopes to get ahead of the line, get the TV a little. But unfortunately, 300 of these people showed up before. Good luck, right? But only selling. So this is just like what they spin it to now. Like, oh, they get up early, you're gonna run and go get your TV early and like layaway plans, bro. This is the first symbolism to the layaway plan. You putting slaves on layaway to grab later in Christmas. So it stemmed from slavery. Day after Thanksgiving, slave traders sell slaves for a discount to assist plantation owners, help movers becoming upcoming winter, for more money for cutting wood. See, it's all in working. This is like the factories. They got you working. They feeding off of your work, your hard work, stuff like that. After the Civil War, symbolism of freedom. This represents the freedom, the faith and stuff like that. But like I told you, it's always something opposite, which they flip it to. It was this, so how is it that? Then they go to this. That's really crazy how they try to flip it like that. You slaughtering people right here, looking in the show. Let's get into it. Let's speed it up. We're about to end this, but I just wanted to give y'all a little more insight to this. Okay, then imprisoned and murdered. The Indians, number of 90. It was 90 something Indians, which they had, and then they killed them off. You know what I'm saying? So they had, before they killed them off, they had them kneel down and pray to God, their savior, who took affection, leave off the others. You know what I'm saying? All symbolism. Because after that, they slaughtered these people. They had them pray to God, had them all round them all up to have them all pray and then kill them off. And then not only that, these people were Christian. You see what I'm saying? You see all the symbolism? They're playing with the whole analogy of God and they're doing the opposite. So this is devilish. So this holiday is devilish. This holiday is a ritual holiday. Let's just make that clear. It's a ritual holiday. Now, I want to give thanks, and I always give thanks to, just living life in general, to get more information, to be around people to open up and get enlightened. That's what we just truly give thanks for, life, to have air in your lungs, to be what I'm saying, breathe in and get more information as time progresses, to get stronger with the time, get stronger in your spirit, all of that good stuff. But we're not thankful for the slaughtering of our ancestry. We're not thankful to be enslaved. Now you're enslaved in your mental, to have your mental deteriorated. So I would like to end this video on no thanks. And now you should do your research as well. But I would like to say shout out to the people that have been rocking with the channel. Shout out to the people that continuously rock with the channel, even the newcomers. You know what I'm saying? Comment, subscribe. Let me know what's going on. And we're going to get into more subject matters. And be on the lookout, because we're going to do more about December 6th, the original origins of Christmas, to Christmas Isn't Real, the origins of Christmas Part 2. All of these holidays and stuff like that set up for more stuff to come of destruction. Y'all got to pay attention to the symbolism, man. So open your eyes, minds, and ears to the agendas that they love to push. Stay focused, stay wise, stay blessed. Let's get it. Ha ha.